Hi and welcome in today's video. My name is Kate and today I'm gonna share with you my top 5 tips to help you boost your confidence when you need it the most. We are currently, it's 2023, it's January the 9th at the time of this recording, and the world is upside down and a lot of people is getting into their scarcity. They're, waiting things out, seeing how they will play out, clinging on to their jobs, hoping for better times. But there's also a lot of people who are looking for solutions. People who see an opportunity within the crisis, because in those difficult times, this is when breakthroughs are born. And this video is for anyone who is ready to pivot, who is ready to put themselves out there and find a solution to their situation. So whatever you are applying for a new job, whenever you are pivoting in your career altogether, and perhaps you're starting working for yourself, I believe those 5 things will help you, get into that state and really put yourself out there with confidence and that high energy, which is what makes us so incredibly attractive. So how did I learn all those things? Well, I started my journey nearly 5 years ago. After 14 years of working like a donkey in a fashion retail, I decided to quit that career altogether. I have so much gratitude for everything that I have learned over those 14 years. And I made incredible relationships, had the best time of my life. But when I became a mum of 2, I knew things had to change. I simply did not want to exchange my time for money anymore, only so I would then have to spend that money on the childcare. So, for me, working to earn money to pay someone to be with my children just did not make sense. And I was incredibly burned out. Yes, I did enjoy this job in my, early 20s, mid 20s, late 20s, but I came to the point when I wasn't growing. I didn't feel energized. My job didn't excite me anymore, and I could not progress on the ladder because I was a parent, and that was not attractive to my employers. Therefore, I decided, okay, this is it. I'm gonna stay home with my children. I was in an incredible position where me and my husband, we could, allow that to happen. But what happened after that, being home with my children, absolutely amazing, being a mom, doing all those great things, but I still wasn't feeling fulfilled and I still wasn't feeling happy. And I got to the point where I felt so miserable and guilty. I felt ashamed for the way I felt, simply because I had everything I could ask for. If you looked at my life from the outside, you'd be like, what on earth is wrong with this person? She has everything, beautiful family, beautiful home, everything going for her. And yet I was feeling very, very lonely on the inside and very miserable. And the thing was that I wasn't growing. I wasn't doing anything for myself. I wasn't developing. And I realized that I have all of that potential within me and I don't know what to do with it. And I realized that I took on an identity of a mother and I completely lost myself in it without realizing that being a mom was just one of the roles I was meant to play. It wasn't who I was destined to be for the rest of my life. And what I think is absolutely incredible about life, when you make that, wish, when you make that switch in your head, when you come to realize that, hey, I am actually ready for more. I believe there is more for me out there. Opportunities will arise. And I'm someone who's very open-minded. I like to experiment. I like to try things out. So when Nu Skin came my way, and when I became a customer, I started to watch and observe the girls that were partnered with Nu Skin, and I loved what they were doing. I loved their energy. I loved how ambitious, driven, energized they were. There was no sulking, there was no giving out about your boss, nothing like that. They were loving life and still are. And that's what got me interested in the business, and that's how I got started. I wanted that. I was like, this is ideal for me. This is skincare, this is beauty, this is womanhood, this is empowerment. I was like, I want a piece of that. But I was terrified. I had no belief in myself whatsoever. I believed in the product because, the results I got were absolutely incredible. I believed in the company and everything they were doing, but I did not have any sort of belief in myself whatsoever. And perhaps this is something, that you can relate to. Maybe you have an idea or a plan or an opportunity and you would like to run with it, but you feel like you're hitting the wall because you feel like you want to do all those things. You want to get started, whatever it's your own YouTube channel, new career, maybe there's a job interview you would like to go to, but you're hitting that wall of fear, of feeling insecure, of feeling like this is just not gonna happen for me. I'm not good enough. I don't know how to go about it. I don't know how to put myself out there. The 5 things I want to share with you today, these are very practical tips, but they will help you get out of that comfort zone and actually take the steps towards whatever it is that you want to do. So if you're ready, get your pen and paper and let's get started. Okay. Thing number 1, put yourself together. The days of leggings, tracksuit bottoms, oversized t-shirts, yes, they do have a time and place. I love them too. But trust me, when you make an effort to do your hair, do your makeup, have the shower, put on something that makes you feel good, that will instantly make you feel so much better about yourself. Tell me, was there ever a time when you were going out or you went to an event and you really made an effort, you really looked like you were put together, glamorous, or whatever style it is that you personally prefer? Did you feel bad about yourself? Did you feel super shy? Did you feel like, a little bit out of the place, I shouldn't be here? No. When you give yourself time and you give yourself that self-love, self-care, you really treat yourself with respect and you play around with makeup. Maybe you need to learn how to do it. Like, YouTube is amazing for learning how to do your hair, how to do your makeup, how to style your clothes. Spend some time learning about those things if you're not really sure how to go about them. But trust me, thing number 1 is put yourself together. Wear something that makes you feel good about yourself. Forget about the trends. The only thing you should be wearing is something that makes you feel empowered, feminine, sexy, confident. And when you do those things, trust me, people will feel that change in your energy. So that was thing number 1. Thing number 2, knowledge is power. And this is something that I had to learn as well and put it into practice, because when I pivoted, from traditional job to working full-time in network marketing, when I'm responsible for my income, where I'm working with a product that I never worked with before, when I had no clue about the industry, when I didn't know how to explain to people what it is that I'm doing, how they can earn money. I could not break down the compensation plan, or do a business presentation. That was making me feel incredibly insecure, and it was stopping me from actually reaching out to people and sharing with them what I had to offer. So spend some time educating yourself on what it is you want to do. Whatever, if you're applying for a new job, make sure you know everything about this job position, again, Google is our best friend. You can Google anything. You can learn about the job position. You can learn about your employer. What are their values, as a company? Who are they partner with? What do they do? What do they stand for? When you have that knowledge, it gives you incredible boost of confidence if you are growing your business online. Spend some time, again, Google, Instagram, YouTube. These are a well of knowledge. There is so much information. There's so many incredible coaches that are putting out content for free, so people like me and you can learn from them. And if it is social selling, educate yourself on it. If you are partnered with a company, you have to know everything about that company. You have to know how to present the business. You have to know about the product that you work with. And obviously you don't have to learn everything in a day, but maybe spend 15 minutes or half an hour of your day educating yourself, because then when it comes the time for you to face someone, and have a conversation, it's a completely different feeling. You feel prepared, you know what you're going to talk about. Same with me going, recording this video for you today. I have my notes hanging here on the ring light in case something slips my mind, because that happens as well. But I'm prepared. I know what I want to speak to you about, and therefore I feel confident with the message that I'm putting across. And that also helps when you are dealing with people on regular basis, no matter what it is. Knowledge is power. Because I work with people, I love learning about psychology. I love learning about different color personalities. I look at my fiance at the moment completely different, because I learned so much about human behavior, what drives us, our needs, the love language, all of those things. Our relationship, we only have one, is so much stronger now and so much better, because I feel we understand each other so much better. So that was tip number 2. Knowledge is power. Number 3, ditch the need for perfection. Perfection doesn't exist. Nobody's perfect. There are people that practice something for a long time and became very good at it, but there is no such a thing as perfection. And this is something I had to work on so hard, so hard, because I wanted to be good straight away. I wanted to know everything straight away. I was like, I want to be an expert now. And learning to actually enjoy the journey, that's number 1, but also take action when I'm feeling scared, when maybe I will mess up because I'm not experienced. If you mess up, it's not because you're bad, okay? There's nothing wrong with you. You are learning, and that takes time. And I could easily give up on today's video simply because the house that we live in at the moment is not renovated yet, okay? We didn't start the works on it yet. And I'd like to have white walls and not blue walls. And I'd like to have a different setup for my recording. And I'd like to be, on a different angle and so many other things. But if I had to wait for all of that to change and be in my dream office, none of that would come out today. My message would just stay in my heart, because I wouldn't feel like I'm, it's perfect enough for me to actually get started. So I want for you to understand that whatever, whenever you start something new, you're gonna suck at it. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. We are making mistakes when we start. It's the same with walking. Remember, you probably don't remember. I certainly don't remember when I learned to walk, but I have 2 kids. I've seen that process twice. And before you even think about walking, you do the crawling, and then you grab onto the furniture, and I'll be watching them, and their determination was, oh my God, it's inspiring. And it's so sad that we lose it over time. But when you learn to walk, when your children learn to walk, it's a process. They don't just get out of the cot and be like, okay, I'm ready to walk now, this is amazing, and I'm walking. No, it takes time. And same goes for you when you're learning the new skill, when you're trying something new. And very often, perfection is nothing else but procrastination in disguise. That's just what it is. You're just putting off something that you really want to do, but you feel like you are unqualified yet. Like your surrounding isn't perfect. And don't get me wrong, it's very important to have, if you are producing content, if you are doing video, to make sure that your environment is clean and there is no toys lying around, or bathrobes, or whatever it is that you have lying around in your house. Like, we are humans at the end of the day. But it doesn't have to be perfect in terms of, I want this color on my walls, I want this particular desk, I want this particular ring light, I want this particular chair. Drop it, because it's not gonna do anything. You're not gonna get any better while you are sitting and waiting for things to be perfect. Acknowledge the first time you take action, it's gonna be a little bit messy. You're gonna feel a little bit unsure. Maybe you're gonna evaluate and learn from it. That's the key, okay? That's how we grow. We learn from our mistakes. So ditch the perfection was number 4. And now we're gonna go to number 5. And here I am making a mistake as I speak about them. So ditch the perfection was actually number 3. Number 4 is get yourself in high energy state. Whatever you're walking into the job interview, whatever you are about to press go live, whatever you are gonna do, anything, okay? Maybe you want to confront someone that, is bugging you a little bit, and it's not making you feel good, and you want to set some boundaries. Maybe you want to stand up for yourself or something you believe in. Your state is incredibly important, and you can work on that in many various ways. I love Tony Robbins. He has so much content on YouTube as well. You can learn loads from this guy. And he talks about, our physiology and how it impacts our mental state. So if I'm doing a big presentation, if I know I will be in the room full of people, or I'm recording something important, or I'm connecting with someone on Zoom, whatever it's one person or group of people, I'm making sure that when I join the meeting or I take the step into the room, I am in a high energy state. This is incredible for your confidence, because we feel our energy. We feel energy of other people. Have you ever met someone and you're like, I love the person. Like, where have they been all my life? They're amazing. Like, we just clicked like that. And then sometimes you meet someone and you're like, oh, no, it's just not gonna work. It's not you, but it is you. We're just not gonna work out. That's because we feel that energy that we put out and people put out, and therefore, we all feel it. So when you change that state, it's gonna have a massive positive impact on how you walk in, how you show up, and how you feel about yourself. And you can do it in various ways. I like to listening to something that puts me in a good mood. Whatever it's, a good beat song, just make sure that, the lyrics are quite positive, empowering as well. I believe everything we listen to, everything we say is an affirmation. So I choose songs that make me feel empowered. I stand up. I try to, when I do Zooms, I do my best to be, standing up, because that makes me feel more energized. And I also like to visualize in my own mind how the whole meeting will go. What will I say? How will people respond to me? You know, what will I be wearing? How am I gonna feel? What energy I'm gonna bring? And that gives me that confidence and reassurance, because I am rehearsing the whole scenario in my own mind, which to me is very helpful. Also, you know, eating good foods, let's face it, like that has such a massive impact on how we feel as well. So if I know I have a big project, I want to go for a walk, fresh air, absolutely incredible to raise your energy, and have a good meal as well. Something that is light, that's not gonna make me feel sluggish, you know, and that affects your biology, physiology as well, your posture. So is your chin down? Are you looking down? And you know, like people instantly know that you're nervous, that you're feeling shy, that perhaps you're feeling insecure. You feel like I shouldn't be here. When you have your chin up, and I don't mean like, you know, all the way up, we're not being arrogant here, I'm better than anyone. No, but just claiming your place wherever you are is like chin up and shoulders back. And be in a relaxed position, but hold your posture. And you know, sometimes what's really helpful, and I've done it, is doing a super pose, literally for a minute, just standing in this superhero pose. That actually alters your mental state. It's incredible how our bodies, you know, how our brain react to what we do with our body. So tip number 4 is change your state and make sure you do some things, and you're gonna have to figure it out for yourself. You're gonna have to try a few things and see what works best for you, but get into that high energy state, and it's gonna make the world of difference in your confidence. And now the last one, number 5. My last tip is to follow someone who represents the level of confidence or success that you want to achieve. Whatever it's your field in career, whatever it's just the way they are, you know, their style, how they speak, that can help you so much with learning what it is that you want to embark on. So I'm very blessed because in network marketing, there's so many incredible leaders, mentors, you know, there's so many fantastic influencers available online as well. But I only follow people that inspire me, that have the qualities that I want to develop in myself, and only the people that make me feel good and inspired and not defeated or deflated. Because we can go into the rabbit hole of comparing ourselves and feeling like everybody is so far ahead, everybody's doing so great, and I'm just not good enough, like I could never do what they do. Do not make that mistake. Follow people and get inspired by people who share their journey, who are educating you and others on what it is they do to get to where they want. I follow so many incredible speakers because speaking is something I want to improve on. I want to learn more about it. I follow people that have incredible businesses because this is where I want to improve as well. I want to know what they're doing. And that, you know, gives me that confidence as well. I know there are people out there that have done what I want to do as well. And it's possible for me as well. Because the people that we observe, you know, that inspire us, they're our heroes, our idols, they started from scratch as well. And make sure you follow people who share their story and they tell you where they came from, because there's a lot of, you know, people out there who just had overnight success. They just happened, just wonderfully happened one night, and that's it. I follow people who are uh, 10 years in the making success and share their story and share their journey. And I never compare my chapter, 5 to their chapter 11. I often go back on in their content to see at what stage what they were doing, let's say 4 years back, 3 years back, 7 years back. And then I learn from that. I get inspired by what they're doing now, but I don't compare myself to it at all. It's inspiration. It's there to let me know, oh my God, it's possible for me too. And being surrounded by people that are doing what I want to do, that are showing up, that are courageous, that have that confidence, affects my state as well, empowers me as well. Because if you are surrounded by people and content that makes you feel absolutely crap about yourself, like, you're not gonna move forward. It's gonna be very, very difficult for you to step out of your comfort zone. And maybe you don't have cheerleaders in your life. Like, I think anyone that really is in network marketing and they start, their friends and their family, they were like, what are you doing? Really? Like, why don't you just get a normal job? And it's only natural, and that's how I learned that environment that you are in, who you follow, who's your mentor, who's your friend, plays such crucial role in our development. And there's so much content here on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, you name it, so many books, so many inspiring people in the world. Podcast, that's the one I wanted to say. Podcast is just a gold mine. But they share their experiences, they share their words of wisdom, they share their encouragement. They're there for you for free. And that to me was gold. I'm so blessed to work with women who are my tribe. They will support me, they will encourage me, they will help me get better, they will, show me how I can improve. They will always listen, actively listen. I feel heard, I feel seen, I feel appreciated for who I am. And you can't put a price on it, because the way their support, their energy, I feel it, and it gives me energy to go a little bit farther, to go a little bit bolder, to grow a little bit more, because I feel like I'm not alone in it. Making a change in your life, whatever it's career, whatever it's a relationship, it can feel like a very lonely place. Even though, there are people around you and all of that, but it can feel incredibly lonely. Be like, nobody gets me. Like, nobody understands me. Who can I talk to about it? And that's why that environment and who you follow, who you get inspired by, your circle of friends is so important. I have so many mentors from the far. It's not even funny. Like, if you looked at my Instagram, like the amount of people that I follow that are either in the industry of personal development, network marketing, public speaking, fashion, makeup, these are things that, get me excited. I love them. Amount of women who are also parents and created amazing career for themselves and therefore amazing lifestyle for their families. That gets me excited because I heard their story. I know where they started, and a lot of times they had a much more difficult time than I did, and that gets me fired up because I'm like, if they can do it, I can do it too. And my friends, I just glimpsed on my list, but that's it. That's the 5 things that I wanted to share with you today to help you, get started. Just take that step out of your comfort zone. Go after what it is that you want to do. And don't worry that it's not perfect. Don't worry that you are feeling scared. You know the saying, feel the fear and do it anyway. I'm gonna actually, you're gonna get a bonus at the end of it, because the fear, emotion of fear, an emotion of excitement, they look exactly the same chemically in your body. They happen exactly the same. It's the same sensation. You know, maybe you feel a little bit tensed. Maybe you feel those butterflies in your tummy. Those sensations represent both fear and excitement. So if you are feeling, you know, like you're about to throw up, you're feeling incredibly scared, make that switch in your head and say, I'm feeling excited. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I feel really excited. This is really exciting me right now. And I know I said excited about 10 times in less than a minute. Doesn't matter. It's making the mental switch that the emotion that you're feeling is not fear, it's an excitement. And your body will respond to it. And you know, you're gonna feel more excited, and it's gonna help you take that first step. And most of all, have grace for yourself. Have nothing but love and patience and appreciation for yourself, because I think it takes balls. It takes a lot of courage to go out of what you've known so well for so long and try something different. I admire you for that. I wish you nothing but luck and happiness, and trust the process. It may not be very easy. It will not be a smooth sailing from the get-go, but practice makes progress. Practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes progress. And the more often you do something, the bigger your confidence, the better you feel about yourself, the bigger your expertise. And then, my friend, when you show up, your energy is just so different and so beautiful. So I'd love if you could share in the comments if you found this valuable. If you know this is something that you'd like to share with your friends, please do so, and let's go out there and make it happen. I will catch you in the next video.